Welcome to Living Fuel TV. I'm KC Craichy with special guest John Peterson. John, welcome back.
Great to be here.
It's been a fun series with you.
It has been great, truly.
For those of you who haven't tuned in, I recommend that you go back and look at some of the previous segments with John because it's fascinating information, leading edge fitness for anybody, whether you're a housewife, a student athlete, a pro athlete, whatever. This stuff is doable, John.
It's doable, yes.
It's fascinating to watch some of the things that you can do that, you know, as I say, mere mortals can't always do some of the things that you do. And John, you're 57 years old. You're fit.
25
you're just,
from the neck down.
Exactly. Well, you're extremely fit. You know, super fit we call. And we have a lot of athletes that we're encounter that are super fit into their late 40s, but I mean, John, you're 57. You know, you're maintaining the super fit status. What is your routine? What is your routine?
You know, the one thing I want to mention right here, though, Casey, the big key is you have to do exercise that strengthens the muscles but protects the joints. Protecting the joints, tendons and ligaments. I can't emphasize that enough. And there's a big component to that, and I know you weren't expecting me to bring this up now, but it's living fuel. You've got to give your body the nutrients it needs to rebuild. If you don't, exercise will only diminish your life force. If you don't give your joints, tendons, and ligaments the fuel they need to rebuild, guess what? You'll be in a wheelchair before long.
Well, you're not going to find any more agreement than me.
Well,
on
I know that.
Most of our people viewing will agree with you, and that is critically important.
It is critically
we know
important.
that you can speed recovery by as much as 30 to 50% with the right nutrition, and you got to fuel the body, and it's so important.
So, and now what we're talking about though is naturally strengthening the body. Okay, in fact, think about this. The way God created the human body was to strengthen it through using it. Right?
Yes.
That's what our muscles were intended to do, was to move our bodies. So if we isolate them, use them individually rather than synergistically, as we'll be showing people how to do, we are going against the natural function and use of the body. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Again, you're as I say, at 57, there's a lot of leading edge trainers that have arrived at that also now.
Oh, there's a lot more body weight being taught these days.
Body weight and also non-isolation methods.
Yes. Well, one of my favorite exercises, for instance, is pull-ups. As you can see,
Wow.
Yeah, well, pull-ups is using the pull-up bar, natural exercise, exercises almost every muscle in the entire upper body. Great exercise.
Well, in my book, I have the 7 tiger moves I learned from you.
Yes.
I have the Superman wheel push-up, which we'll try to demonstrate here.
Yes.
And then we have the bridge, all of which I think are hugely important. Anybody can do those exercises with the exception of Superman wheel, and not many people can do that. And the bridge is kind of tricky too.
Well,
but
they can build up to it.
Yeah, that's the one thing we're going to show our viewers at some point is how you go. Because, John, you do how many sets of 30 pull-ups?
5 to 7, sometimes 8.
Okay, 5 to 7. I mean, there's not many people watching, even at the pro athlete level, that can do that, John. So we got to figure out how to get them there. But let's just talk about like this morning. Mm-hmm. You came last night. You woke up this morning. What was your workout this morning before I took you down to the gym to show you mine?
Okay, well, I did my standard, which is 500 push-ups. I did 7 sets of 77, and between those sets, I did some dynamic tension exercises from the Transformetrics training system.
7 sets of 77 push-ups plus isometrics.
Okay.
How long did that take you?
Well, let's see here. The whole workout this morning took me a little less than an hour, but I was doing the push-ups. I did 300 tiger bend squats. I did 100 tiger stretch push-ups. I did 100 sit-ups, 100 full-range leg raises. Few other exercises, neck exercises. The whole body, but I did it in less than an hour.
There wasn't even any noise back there, John. I mean, no huffing and puffing and no screaming. I mean,
I contained the screaming part of it.
So what do you do if you're home? Because that was when you're on the road.
When I'm home, a lot of times, that's when I integrate the pull-ups into the training system. And I don't do as much of some exercises, and I do more of those. But the thing that I like to do is emphasize something different every day.
Change it up. That is really
day.
Funny how you've been doing that for such a long time.
We were talking about intervals, right?
Yes.
And I think interval training, like I saw you doing this morning on the heavy bag, and I felt sorry for that heavy bag when you were done. But the heavy bag and the sprint interval that I saw you do, those two things, those are cross-training to the, I mean, that's the kind of effect people need, especially for their chicker.
Yeah, really into the interval training, and it doesn't have to be just sprints.
No.
Like I was saying yesterday, I did a 2.2 mile run in which I did, 8 40-yard sprints within the 2 mile run, and then came back and did my boxing rounds of 8 rounds of the boxing flurries.
You pounded on that bag like that for 8 rounds?
Yes.
Wow.
So the point is simply that there are different ways to get the interval.
In fact, I think you enhance the effectiveness by mixing and matching the different ways. If you do just one thing, the body adapts. And after a while, you'll still be getting benefit, but not like you did when you were first adapting to it.
Yeah, I really like the 7 tiger moves that are in my book, Super Health.
Yes.
I mean, they're in your book,
They're
Miracle 7.
foundational. Obviously, I did those between exercises this morning, too.
Yeah, I found it's interesting, though. Even, the muscles recover, like, there's a lot of studies that show if you do one a week, or one a month, one exercise a month to the right level, that you actually get gains month to month. So the body over a long period of time can recover, particularly as people age. So I found this very interesting. If you take one tiger move a day for 7 days, and you do it all day long, every time you think about it, you do that particular tiger move, that's your day for that tiger move. And you do it over 7 days. People can be really healthy doing that. And you talk about interval training. I'm doing the bag or the sprinter or sprinting on the beach but you can do it with push-ups. You can do it with you can do the interval training with push-ups the way you do it with the tiger push-ups. You can do it with the tiger moves. Now, I have had some of you watching right now who have thought I was nuts talking about the 7 tiger moves because they're real athletes and they don't do stuff like that. And once you do it with them and they realize how hard it is, it's the real deal workout. It looks so easy.
But I learned those from martial arts master John McSweeney. And at age 63, McSweeney, he could throw a looping overhand right with the kind of power that you'd expect from a young Rocky Marciano. And he was 63 when he showed it to me.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, it's fascinating stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually show some of these tiger moves. We're going to show I want to show the tiger push-up, because to me, the tiger push-up, you call it the tiger bend push-up.
Tiger stretch, yes.
Tiger stretch push-up. It is the most gratifying, one of the most gratifying exercises I've found that I can do. I feel like it works everything out. From your abs
from
to your
neck all the way to the toes on both sides of the body, especially the midsection. It's a great core exercise.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So, people want to know about that, I believe.
You bet.
And
we'll teach them.
And I think actually, to some extent, it's easier once you learn how to do it than a standard push-up.
It is. Because it's the synergy of the whole body. You're not isolating. Now, with a standard push-up, you're not isolating either. You're using the deltoids, the arms, but you're focusing more on just the muscle groups in the chest, shoulders, and arms, upper back. With a tiger stretch push-up, the full body resistance is transferred from the neck all the way down to the toes. I mean, it's the full body, as they'll see. Makes it a great exercise.
You did an hour, and you did a ridiculous number of push-ups, and most people are never going to do that. I have found it is very simple within 15 minutes to a half hour to get a legitimate workout in your hotel room without going down to the gym. If you don't have time to do it, whatever, you can do these exercises. It's absolutely fantastic.
The 3 exercises: the tiger stretch push-up, the bridge, and the tiger bend squat. Those 3 alone are a full body workout. Fabulous.
Fantastic. Those are fantastic. But if you want to do it and you have enough air conditioning where you don't have time to sweat, then you can do the 7 tiger moves. Now, the 7 tiger moves will make you sweat if you give them 100%. But I'm saying you can get significant benefit even if you don't have a lot of time, and you just have time to do this one this day and this one the next, and so on.
That's
so
the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it.
Beautiful. All right. Well, John, we're gonna show some of these things here in a little bit. And thank you so much for
my pleasure,
the great
KC.
wisdom that you bring to this.
Thank you, brother.
I hope you enjoyed it. God bless you, and we wish you super health.
God bless you.